I think we should find our lovely Patrice Waite.
You know what? Let's. You want to find lovely Patrice Waite?
It's been a while.
She's been waiting.
Yes, that's.
She has been waiting.
Yes, she has been.
She has been very, very nervous.
No, she's not.
Yes, she told me.
No, she's not.
She told me.
No.
Hello!
She's a queen. Empress.
We don't hear her. Hello, Patrice.
We call her Empress Patrice.
Hello.
Empress Patrice, I do hear you.
Empress Patrice.
She the last minute fill-in. Are you scared?
I think I'm feeling better.
Are you nervous?
Better.
Are you
Not
nervous?
too bad.
Are you nervous?
I'm not as nervous as before. Social media queen Kim, she's always taking care of me, so I think I'm okay.
Do you have any special people watching your debut here on the Brad and Squeeze show?
Do I think my dad is
your
watching.
Dad? What's your dad's name?
Jonathan Richards.
Jonathan Richards. Welcome,
Give him a shout
Jonathan.
out. He loves
Welcome,
you guys.
Pops.
Yes. welcome, Jonathan, to the Brad and
got you,
Squeeze show.
Pops.
Who else? You have anyone else special watching?
Anyone special? Well, Ricardo is
Ricardo.
he's feeling a little under the weather, but I think he's watching.
He's
as well.
under the weather. A little. He got what Kim got last week. The 24-hour flu that turned into the 7.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be
think
alluding
it's
to
running
anything.
around.
Okay.
Yes, it's running around, this flu. Is there anybody else special watching?
I think my mom.
Your
Lisa
mom!
Wade is also watching.
Lisa
too. Yes.
Wade, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze show.
You
Lisa
sure?
Wade.
And why don't you continue? I'm quite sure there's
Yeah,
more.
anybody else special? Let's go through every person.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
think.
Mom is watching.
Look at my
Dad
daughter.
is watching.
My Mom
Ricardo's
on TV.
watching. we don't have a label for Ricardo. What's Ricardo? Who's Ricardo?
He's a man.
He's a man. Ricardo's a man.
All right.
That's it. We're gonna leave it at that. He's a man. He's a man. Damn it.
Yes.
I'm causing problems.
Who's Natasha?
I'm causing. She's a woman. All right. By the way, Sandy Latoyle says, "Hey, Patrice."
Hey.
All right.
Hello,
So everybody, just so we know, Patrice is filling in for Belgium Kim today, and she's going to be reading off your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. So please leave your immigration questions right now. We're going to get into them in about 1 minute or 2 minutes from now. Patrice, before we get into it, get all of your questions lined up, ready to go. Squeeze has some very important
news to tell
Very
people.
important news to tell you.
what it is?
1 second. USA Credit Repair. No. USA Credit Repair has some very important information that they need to share right now with the entire Brad and Squeeze show before we get into this. Squeeze.
Okay. What I want to tell everybody is I need for everybody to share. That's what I really want. Okay. This is not about me. It's not about Brad. It's not about USA Credit Repair. It's about you. It's about us helping you. It's about us helping others. It's about us helping people to achieve the American dream. And I'm being very serious. And how we can do that, ladies and gentlemen, is to make this show go viral. Okay? Let's use words like exponential. And that comes about when you actually take your thumb out or your finger out.
Take it out of you know what.
I'll show you the finger I like to show Brad. But I can't.
You like this one, the number one.
Number one, okay?
Yes.
I stick one finger up when I'm showing Brad anything, all right? This finger. And I take it out, and I click
What do you
on
mean you take it out?
The finger. And
Take it out of where?
And I hit the button, and I share. And I share first to my timeline, then I share to all my friends. So that's what I'm sitting here doing all the time. I specifically pick friends, I take the link, and I actually paste it on their page. I actually hit them up. Sometimes I go into Messenger and I hit them up with the link. That's what I sit here and do for the whole show. So I'm actually, letting my friends know about it.
All right, now Squeeze, there's a question here because we're in the USA Credit Repair section.
Right.
Okay. Tamika wants to know, hey, Squeeze. All right, so we're getting USA Credit Repair questions.
Big up Ma Dukes too.
Okay. Tamika wants to know, hey, Squeeze, can I mail the reports I get from Experian to USA Credit Report?
Yes.
That's it?
That's it. Yes.
Why is she getting the reports? Why doesn't
Because
USA Credit
basically-
Repair get the reports too?
No.
Why?
When we do the disputes, we want all of our clients to know that we are genuinely working on their reports. I don't
Right.
even want them to trust us.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So when they get the reports from the bureaus with the deletions and all the adjustments, they're like, oh, wow, I'm actually getting results. So that's one of the processes of the USA Credit Repair Inc.com company. So they get the reports, then they send it back to us via email or via.
Can I ask Tamika if she's watching still? How's USA? Just let her make a comment here, Tamika. How's USA Credit Repair doing for you so far? Apparently, she's a client of USA Credit Repair.
Quite a few of them.
Quite a few.
And the greatest thing about the people who watch the Brad and Squeeze show, they can all call me on my cell. All of them. They can go to my page, follow my page, and my cell number is on my page. They can call me. Any concerns, any issues, any explanation that they need, they can always call me because I'm that guy.
What is the address Tamika wants to know of USA Credit Repair?
222 Broadway.
222
Broadway.
Broadway.
New York, New York.
New York, New York.
100.
100.
38.
38.
Yes.
222 Broadway.
Can someone type that in?
222. By the way, I got to change the combination of my luggage. It's 222. All right.
Thanks for telling us.
Now that you
By the way, why don't you put all your watches in there and hand the luggage?
Yeah,
I'll take it out to the car.
Jill, remind me to change the combination of my luggage. It's 222. Apparently, it's where USA Credit Repair is.
Yes.
Bad joke, right?
Very bad joke.
Right. It's an old
Very
joke.
corny.
222 Broadway. What floor?
It's on. It's Suite 2426.
Suite 20 what?
2426.
2426. Suite 2426. USA Credit Repair. The key to beautiful credit. Call them right now. 30 days, absolutely free.
What?
30 days,
No,
absolutely.
that special finished last year.
No, it's still there.
No.
If you call tonight.
If you call right now,
Right now, they'll do it. Right now.
Show finishes,
right now, they'll do it.
It's the only way.
Okay. And by the way, Tamika Nelson says, Brad, USA Repair, been very, very good to me. My score is going up. I've been getting credit cards, offers left and right. There you go. There you go.
That's what we do.
1-800-USA-7177, 1-800-872-7177, USA Credit Repair. The key to beautiful credit, the key to getting credit card offers, the key to repairing your credit, the key to doing business in America, the key to your happiness, the key to your smile, the key to breathing air is USA Credit. Because if you don't have money, you don't got good credit, you can't breathe. It's the key to breathing air. 1-800-872-7177. Call them now. How's that?
That is great.
All right. Let's go to Patrice.
Let's go to Patrice with your social media questions. She's going to be reading them off. Once again, place your questions on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Hello.
Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Ricardo.
Hello, fam.
Yes.
Hello, family.
Yes. How sad would it be if we looked and we're like, oh, 3 people are watching and it's your entire family?
Yeah. Remind me of that Colombian comedian that gave that joke.
What?
About BioLife. It's like, it's my mom calling with a testimony. No, it's his grandmother calling in with a testimony.
Did you ever see that, Patrice? Years ago, there was this comedian, and it was on YouTube, and apparently he listened to Squeeze.
It was in one of the comedy clubs.
He was in a comedy clubs, but they put it on YouTube or something, and apparently they were listening to Squeeze.
No. This is a real full-blown comedian. And he was driving in his car, and he spoke about it.
He does a routine, and the routine is him making fun of Squeeze doing BioLife on WVIP. And people in the audience apparently know who Squeeze is, and they're all cracking up.
In Manhattan.
Oh,
Anyway.
God.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
We got to find him. Can we get him on our show?
I don't know, probably.
Is he around? That was years ago he was doing it. Is this guy around still?
I can find him.
We got to find him. Patrice, I'm giving you a job duty tomorrow besides being the stand-in SMG. Find the comedian who makes fun of Squeeze doing BioLife.
You know what? I'm not even going to tell her where to find it.
All right, we're going to find him, and we're going to bring him on. And we're going to bring him on the Brad Squeeze show.
I'm going to find stuff that will lambast his company too. You know, and I'm quite sure he won't like it.
He's going to be the guest SMG, that comedian.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready?
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
All right. So first one from YouTube, Dennis Josephs. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. How long does it take to renew an expired green card, and how much does it cost?
It costs, wow, the filing fee just went up, but it's supposed to take 3 or 4 months, but it does not. It actually is now, I understand, taking over 6 months. But once you file to renew your green card, if you need to travel, they'll give you a stamp in the they'll give you a stamp in your passport if you go down. I'm just looking up the filing fee right now. And the filing fee, because is $455 plus 85. So it's $455 plus 85. That makes it $540. I have to go this way now.
Here we go. Namix from YouTube. Hello, Brad. Asking for a friend. She wants to know if she came here with. What's happening? What's happening?
I will have no part of it.
All right, all right. Go ahead. I'm trying to get myself in the middle, and the chair is,
Oh, sliding over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, start up.
Okay. Hello, Brad. Asking for a friend. She wants to know if she came here without inspection. She wants to know if she came here without inspection from Canada, has 2 kids married, but she doesn't know how to go about getting legal status.
She's married. Didn't the guy just call earlier and just give this whole beautiful testimonial that he also didn't have status, and he came to Brad, and we did the provisional waiver, and he went back to Guyana for 2 weeks and came back? You have to do the same exact thing. Come see me.
Same thing, Namix.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Sintra Jack. Hi, Brad. I'm planning to do a citizenship in March. My question is, how long will it take for me to get through? Because I'm planning to go back to my country for Christmas, and I need to know if I'll get through by then.
You should get through by then. I mean, it's 10 months from now. You should get through by then. But if you don't, you can go home for Christmas for 2 or 3 weeks and come back. It's not going to...
No issues?
No issues with your citizenship. Don't go home for Christmas for 6 months, but 2 or 3 weeks is not a problem.
Then you got a problem.
Right.
Then it's a problem. Okay. Sheila Ball Warwick. My husband became a U.S. resident in 2017. We've been married for 5 years now, and I only sent in my application in November. I've been traveling back and forth on a visitor's visa. Is this going to be a problem?
Yes, because you've already shown an intent to get your green card. So every time you travel on a visitor's visa, they have the right to stop you, send you home, deport you from the airport, and now you can't come back for more than 5 years. And then maybe there's a misrepresentation issue, which is a bar for life. So stop traveling.
All right, Sheila, I hope you heard that. Cordine Francis, I have traveled on a U.S. Virgin Island document in 2000 and was held with the documents when entering the Miami airport. My daughter is a U.S. citizen. Can she file for me? I was denied visa when I tried to apply.
What do you think, Brad?
No, your daughter cannot file for you because you need a waiver and you were deported, and you can't get a waiver through your daughter.
Okay. All right. Karima Burgess, do I have to file another I-130? I filed one in 2006 and 2014. Yes, I was approved, but I don't have a visa. I'm a client of your firm and waiting on gathering information. I was told I-130 would only... I'm so sorry. I was only told the I-130 would last 1 year. I'm so excited to be a client of your firm. I just joined 2.5 months ago.
Well, as long, I think it sounds like the I-130 should still be good, but if it's not, we'll file it again. All right, we'll have to look in the file and see. So excited. Yes.
That's one of the few things that gets me excited.
We have a long one now. So Kay Maxwell. Hi, Brad. I have a friend who would love to file for her mom, but her mom's situation is complicated. Her mom came to the States in somebody's name back in the day, got married, got divorced, then filed for her citizenship, but got denied as the immigration lawyer stated she lied under the oath by not telling them about the original name she came with in the States. Her mom is a green card holder, but she is scared.
I think we spoke to this person. Is this the person we spoke to? Where the mom was denied her citizenship because she lied about how she entered America when she got her green card. So I said, we need to go get those records. She's considered not to be a green card holder. And as a result of that, before she starts thinking about filing for anybody else, she's got to solve her own problems first.
Okay. On to the next. O'Neill Calendar. I'm married to a Jamaican. We lived together for over 10 years. We have a daughter in common. She is 6. We married 2 years now. She came here on a visa, but overstayed her time. So what do we need to get her right?
The daughter? You got to file for her. If she came on a visa and you're a U.S. citizen, you're married to her mother, file an adjustment right away.
File.
Yeah.
Right away.
We can help.
Cece Mitchell, a friend of mine had an interview to adjust her status. Her husband never attended the interview, so the adjustment was denied. They said she was told we were getting another letter of approval. Is there anything she can do? She came over on a visitor's visa.
Why was it denied?
So let me reread it. Okay, a friend of mine had an interview to adjust her status. Her husband never attended the interview, so the adjustment was denied.
Well, yeah, unless there was abuse in the relationship. I didn't hear the part why it was denied. So unless there was abuse in the relationship, there's nothing you can do. You got to find another way to get a green card.
Okay, Cece. Linda Allison highly favored James. I filed for my daughter who just turned 20. I filed the I-130 when she was 19. Will she be aged out? I am LPR.
Probably.
Charlie.
Lawful permanent resident.
Okay.
Charlie Crams, I believe. Can the same leave of absence be given to a U.S. citizen enlisting in the Israeli Defense Force as it is given to those enlisted in the U.S. Armed Forces? Example, if a job allows an employee to take leave for enlistment with the U.S. Army, can they also allow an employee the same leave for enlistment with the IDF?
With the Israeli Defense Forces? No, I don't believe so, because it's a different country. So there's no legal requirement to allow somebody to leave to go join the military of another country, even though the country may be friends with us. The law is you can't discriminate against somebody if they're going to perhaps leave to join the U.S. military and defend the land in which we're living on, not somebody else's land.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right?
Gotcha.
Okay. Right?
Gotcha. You're right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Understand
Gotcha.
that one. Understand that one.
Yes.
Frank Nana, how do I do a reinstatement?
He's on hold. We're going to get to him in a minute. Okay? He won't get back. Okay, you got to show a good reason. All right, Frank, he's on hold, but I'm going to answer it right now. Okay, we spoke to Frank earlier. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's the guy who got sick, and when he got sick, he didn't know.
I told you he didn't hang up.
Right. Well, maybe he didn't hang up. Let's go back and speak to Frank. He's there. I see him on hold. Frank.
Yes.
How are you? So you left your question on Facebook. I know you came back. I don't know what happened to you. Okay. So the reinstatement, you have to show a really good reason that was beyond your control, not a reason within your control, a reason beyond your control that prevented you from going to school when you came. Now, you didn't even start school. You came to America and never even showed up, which is even a harder case. But you saying, I'm sick, without any documented proof of it, is not a very good reason, more than 180 days. So I don't have an answer for you. We would need to have a consultation and see what documents you have to show that you were truly ill. Hold on one second. All right, you need a consultation.
Definitely need
All
a
right, let's go
consultation.
back, Patrice.
Okay. Siobhan Wild, what if I'm a Jamaican and I get deported from the UK for drugs? What do I have to do to get my visa back?
If you get deported for drugs, you ain't coming back.
Wow.
Ain't coming back.
Ain't coming back now.
Ain't coming back.
No more, no
Ain't-
more,
no
no
more,
more.
no more.
No. That sucks. Okay, so we did that. Okay, Spencer Tobias, my friend already graduated as a J1 student visa holder, but did an academic training after his graduation, which is supposed to end by June 2018. His training was terminated on November 3rd, 2017, but he stayed hoping that he can still be reinstated even if the school told him to go home. What are his other options? Can he still be sponsored while out of status, though through employment?
Yes.
What are his best options?
Get sponsored. If he has an employer who's willing to sponsor him and he came on a student visa, he should get sponsored. Even if he's out of status on the student visa, you can still get your green card. It's about 18 months. It's a good option. May not be his only option, maybe he has other options, but getting sponsored in a job is a pretty good option for people who came on student visas, even if they're not in school anymore.
Theodore Walcott. Hi, Brad. My friend got arrested in 2011 for weed. She got her green card due to her mom filing for her. She wants to do her citizenship, but when the But when she Googled her name, the police report is still posted online as public records. Will this affect her?
Yeah, because, and by the way, you think the government's going to look online for your records? There's a lot of records that are not public records the government's going to see anyway. You should go speak to me, because that weed conviction may make you deportable.
Please excuse me if I'm slaughtering his name. Gemini B. Saunders. My sister has
Gemini B. Saunders, how hard is that?
I'm sorry. For a second when I looked, it
Okay.
seemed like it was something completely different.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
My sister has 2 kids who were born here. Can she apply for a work permit?
Your sister has 2 kids here. Can she apply for a work permit?
Yeah, my sister has 2 kids who were born here, and can she apply?
No, because then think about it. If it was, I have a kid here, and now everybody would come here and just get pregnant. If it was that easy to get a work permit, no.
Makes perfect sense.
Right.
Medea. Hello there. I filed
Medea,
for my daughter in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Medea.
I like that.
Hello there. I filed for my daughter in Jamaica since July of 2017. I got the receipts, but never heard from them since that.
How old is the daughter? Is she over 21 or under 21?
What should I do? My daughter is over 21 and has 2 kids.
Then just hang out, because you may not hear from them for a year or even 2 years. It really doesn't matter. Eventually, the I-130, if you did it well, should get approved. And your priority date's the date in which it was filed. So whether it gets approved today, gets approved in 6 months, gets approved in a year and a half, your daughter's still coming the same day.
Vivian Meanchop, what is the legal age for a U.S. citizen child to file for his mom?
21. And was that name Vivian Lambchop?
Vivian Lambchop.
Vivian
You're
Meanchop.
funny, dude.
Oh, Mean Chop. I thought it was Land Chop.
Meanchop.
Yeah. Do you know my father, T-Bone, who we've had featured on the show, my dog? Okay. My father always calls him Lamb Chop. I said, his name's not Lamb Chop, it's T-Bone. I don't know why my father always has to call him Lamb Chop. It's the weirdest thing. All right, continue. Yeah.
Continue. Yes. Mark Graham, why is my renewal taking so long? Did fingerprint in November? I am VAWA. Sorry.
VAWA, why is your renewal?
Well, yeah, why is my renewal taking so long?
The renewal of the work permit, I assume? I assume a
I
work
believe
permit.
so.
Work permits are taking about
Yeah.
4 months now. If you did it right. If you did it wrong, it'll take forever. I assume it's the renewal of the work permit.
And they said they did the fingerprints in November.
Right.
And I'm VAWA.
I don't have an answer for you because I didn't do it, but if you did it right, it should take about 4 months if that's what we're talking about, work permits. Come speak to me if you don't get it. You don't have it, come speak to me.
Mark, speak to Brad.
Speak to Brad,
Christopher Turner.
Yeah.
I have a question. A friend of mine was a resident green card holder. He lived here for many years and had 3 American-born kids and had an issue with the legal system. Catching a few changes, finally he got arrested and was put through the removal process and got deported to Jamaica. In Jamaica, he started a legal business and driving his own legal taxi. Because of extortion and multiple gangs that surround the community he was living in, while in Jamaica, his life was in great danger, which he failed to pay up to the gang extortion activists and treats toward his family. He returned back to the United States. Does his situation contribute to asylum with withholding of removal based of his credible fear? Can you advise me based on this assertion I gave you so I can pass this to him?
Okay, so let me give a couple things. Okay, this man got deported, and he got deported for doing some bad things here in America, whatever they may be, I don't know.
Right.
Okay, he got deported and went home to Jamaica. Whatever happened in Jamaica happened in Jamaica. He felt his life was in danger, so he took it upon himself to re-enter the United States, I presume illegally, without getting any permission from the U.S. government to re-enter. That in of itself is a crime. So he has now committed a crime. Donald Trump wants to prosecute people in this situation. He's looking at 3 to 7 years in jail. After that, and they look to deport him, you can't apply for asylum after you already got deported and then re-entered after a prior order of deportation. Asylum is not available to you anymore. Right. The only thing that would be available for you after you do your jail sentence of 3 to 7 years, would be something called Convention Against Torture. Okay, we had Shannon.
We spoke about that.
We spoke about it the other day. We had Shannon in our office.
Very good too.
She was very good. It's when the Jamaican government or whatever government you're going back to acquiesces to the torture that's going to happen to you. So unless we can prove that the Jamaican government is involved in this gang-related activity of shaking him down for his taxi business, he will also get deported and have his cat claim denied. So he's not in any good shape right now.
Oh boy, that's not good at all.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Next, Mackley Andre. I have a friend of mine who came with a 1 CD and lived for 6 years and married American and has 2 kids now. The I-130 approved but denied green card. Which option can he do?
How did he come to the United States?
I have a friend of mine came with a C1D. I'm sorry, C1D, and lived here for 6 years and married an American and has 2 kids now.
All right.
The
first thing they should do is go back and watch the first 10 minutes of this show when we had Trevor from Queens call us, who also came on a crewman's visa, and he said, Brad, you did the best job in the world. I waited 18 years. It was really hard, but then you did the provisional waiver for me. I went back to Guyana, and then I came back in 2 weeks.
That was a great testimony. You should edit that out so we can post that.
Right. And by the way, Jill, at some point you just whisper in my ear when we're going to be ready for our guest, Janae. Okay. All right. So, Patrice, this is what we're going to do. Let's answer.
We're finished with the questions?
No, we have a little more to go. Okay. How many more do we got?
But the questions are there before the other ones.
How many? We have a few. We have quite a few.
Okay, let's finish up. Let's keep going.
I'd rather unless they just came in.
Let's. All right. No. Squeeze wants to run the show here. What do you want to do, Squeeze?
Yeah, I do want to run the show.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah. I want for the people who are asking their questions to get their questions answered.
All right. So let's finish up.
Let's
finish up.
I want to run the show.
Okay.
This is good.
Christopher Lynch.
There you go.
I'm getting whispers in my ear from the executive producer who's telling me what to do.
How do you do it?
And then squeezes Patrice, let me explain something to you. The executive producer of the show, okay, whose job it is to executive produce, is giving me instructions on what to do. Also giving Squeeze instructions on what to do. Squeeze is ignoring all of these instructions, okay, and is overriding everybody. So let's continue answering questions.
I'm just trying to help people.
That's right. He's just in the helping.
You're not in the streets. I am. People are, hey, Squeeze, how come you don't answer my question?
Yes.
It's not Brad's fault. It's your fault, Squeeze. You're the one. And they never beat up on Brad. They always beat up on me. Like, hey, Squeeze.
Did you just go like this to me?
Yes. I didn't go like that. I went like that.
Finger. You went like this to me.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Anyway, proceed, Patrice.
Let's go.
All right. Javon Thompson, he just came through. My father was filing for me and he passed. This is from 2010. Can the filing continue?
Yes, you need a family member to substitute in and do a humanitarian waiver. We can help you.
Christopher Lynch, I have been a joint affidavit for 3 people and one of them now is in the Army. Can be a joint affidavit again for the 4th time? Can I?
Yeah, as long as you earn enough money, yeah, why not?
Christopher Turner, I have a question. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. McDuff Oka, how can you get the waiver for the crime and that of deportation? Can I get it from you, Brad?
A waiver for the crime of deportation? Is that the question?
Yeah. How can you get the waiver for the crime and that of deportation? Can I get it from you, Brad?
I don't print them. I don't print any waivers. What I do is I represent people. It depends on what your situation is, and certainly we can help you. And this is what we do for a living here. So definitely give us a call, and then we'll figure out what we can do to help.
You really missed your call. You really did.
What was my calling, Squeeze?
You should have been an actor.
I should have been an actor.
Yeah.
Patrice, I missed my calling.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Or not to be. That is the question. Squeeze. Can you imagine if Squeeze was in a Shakespeare?
No.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine?
No?
No.
I think
you say like Juliet, oh Juliet, where art thou, my Juliet? Can you say that?
I love Shakespeare.
Can you say that?
No.
Juliet, oh Juliet, Where art thou? Where art thou? All right, let's continue.
Okay, continue.
Try to get him to do some Shakespeare, but it's not working. All right.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Okay.
Buy me some Hamilton tickets. I like it.
What?
Oh.
Oh, he wants $1,000.
Okay,
All right, Squeeze is asking for $1,000 Hamilton tickets now, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, okay, let's continue. All right.
I can love that. Okay. Tammy Bay Smith. If someone is here on a visiting visa, but was a witness to something back home in Jamaica, visiting is almost up, and she's scared to go home because of the incident, is there any way she can extend her stay in the U.S. or overstay or?
Overstay. No, you don't want to overstay if you don't have to. So why don't you come in and let's go through what the incident is, and then let's figure out what we can do.
Okay.
The easiest thing is just extend your visitor's visa for 6 months and then figure out what to do from there. But you don't want to overstay. Not in the United States of Donald Trump. Nope.
Right. Maxine Girl Saunders. My husband was married to someone in the past, but it didn't work out. His former wife had petitioned for him, but they didn't see eye to eye. She also wrote to immigration and told them my husband is not an asset to this country, but she was so wrong for doing that because my husband is such a great man and father to our children. I've known this man for years, which we've known.
What did she write to the U.S. government that he's not an asset to the country? What else did she say? Did she say anything else?
Not an asset to the country. That's it so far.
Who cares what she thinks about whether he's an asset or not? It has absolutely no bearing on your case. The only time it would ever have a bearing on the case is if she wrote the government and said, I married this man and it was a business marriage, he married me for fraud, then probably still not an issue, but now you're getting somewhere where we got to look into it more. But if she writes, I don't think this man's a good asset for this country, who cares what she thinks? It's nothing to do with the law. Go get your green card and we'll help.
Okay, I will just... There you go. There you go, Maxine. Okay. This one, it's a different language. It's a KXNG. Dan, I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Could as a U.S. citizen file for her grandma as a nanny if she watches her kids? They are all under 13.
No, you can't file for an employee if you're a relative. Because in order to do a job sponsorship, you have to be able to show that you're opening up the job to an American worker. You weren't able to find one. And they're going to say, Grandma never opened it up because she wants to hire her grandson. Correct. All right. Let's find Patrice in our social media room. Patrice.
Yes.
Patrice.
Yes.
How are you? We have now been where? Hello.
Hello, Brad.
Okay, we have been joined. Where Invisible Squeeze has joined us. Where's Invisible Squeeze?
Invisible Squeeze? Where's Invisible Squeeze?
Little Squeeze or Invisible
Hey!
Squeeze? I'm sure Invisible Squeeze is just keeping Squeeze's seat warm. He'll be back in a minute. All right, let's go. Immigration questions. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. So Jada Humphrey from YouTube asks, I got my permanent resident card. I want to travel while my 3 kids are here waiting for their work authorization. Is it okay to travel before they get approval? They did their biometric in January, and the work authorization green card was filed in November 2017.
If they have an advance parole, they can travel.
If they have an advance parole, they can travel. Alrighty. Olive Cloud. Hi, Brad. I have a friend whose interview date came. The couple went, but the lawyer didn't show up. They asked for a new date. Will this be a problem? And how long will it take for them to get a new date?
The couple went, but the lawyer didn't show up. They got to go for the interview whether the lawyer shows up or not. So they may be denied for not moving forward. That's a problem.
Oh.
They need to come see me.
Yeah,
You hire a lawyer, the lawyer doesn't show up. Unfortunately, you still got to go forward on the interview.
Tamara Bonnie. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad. Is there a backlog at New York field office for marriage-based applications?
Yes, it's about 9-10 months. Squeeze, just walk right through the cameras. Just walk right through, Squeeze. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Bye-bye. Don't sit on, up and up. He's leaving again. Up, he's closing the door. No, he's coming back now. He's coming back. There he is. There he is. Watch out. Wait. Invisible Squeeze. Ah!
I said
You just killed Invisible Squeeze.
Yeah. Bummer.
Oh no.
The invisible squeeze is gone. He's done.
No.
He's gone.
Anyways, good to have Patrice back.
All right, let's continue. Poor invisible
All
squeeze. All right.
Okay. Ada Sandy, do you stand a chance if you were stopped at the border by immigration, but was able to come here with someone's document? Is there any waiver given?
No, well, yeah, there's a waiver for misrepresentation. There's a waiver for deportation. So, yes, it's possible. Patrice is like,
It
no
is
way. You were shaking your head like, no way. Like, no, it's possible. I mean,
I learn something every time, but okay.
Okay.
Shauna Walters, if you're married from October of 2016, how soon will you be going for your interview?
If you're married to someone in 2016, you should be going for your interview now if you actually did it right. I don't know what you did.
Just
Bino,
in my ear. Tell
what?
me to turn my microphone back on.
Okay, continue.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
very
wait. Everyone, squeeze. There he is.
Yeah,
There you are.
There I am.
There he is.
This is me.
This is Squeeze.
Yep. But we can get back to the question.
Let's go back to the questions now. Okay.
All right. Bino Lessa, after filing an adjustment of status, how long will it take for an individual to receive a work authorization?
About 4 months.
Evroy Lewis, hi Brad and Squeeze. I'm asking a question on behalf of a friend. Okay, just bear with me on this one. He has a court date coming up this month, but he had an interview today and it was good. His friend found a cell phone and was waiting for someone to call it, but instead of calling, they reported it stolen, and my friend was arrested after waiting for a court date for a misdemeanor.
All right, 1 second. He found a cell phone and was waiting for somebody to call it so he could return it, but then he got arrested for stealing it. Is that basically what happened?
That's
If this happened in New York, he needs Paul Hirsch and David Moreno. That's what he needs. It sounds like a stupid story that you shouldn't be getting arrested for or going to jail for. All right, let's continue.
Okay, we're continuing. Katrina Daniel. A lady from the Philippines lives in TN. She married a U.S. citizen in Tennessee. She married a U.S. citizen in the Philippines about 30 years ago. He was in the service. They came to the U.S. and had 2 children, now adults, and they are now divorced, but she never got her green card. She's been working in the United States for all those years, paying taxes.
Let the children file for her. The children are U.S. citizens. She can get a green card right away.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We're trying to get through the questions. Okay.
Absolutely.
We can certainly help her.
Absolutely. Sophia Allen. I have a friend, her mother was filing for her and she stopped. She is still in the U.S., but the filing had stopped. What can she do? Because she's trying to get a visa, but they turned her down. What can she do?
Why did they turn her down for the visa?
They don't say. It just says, I have a friend, her mother was filing for her and she stopped. She is still in the U.S., but the filing stopped. What can she do? There's no explanation as to why.
I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. What she should do is call a really good lawyer by the name of Brad Bernstein at 1-800-529-5465.
All right, Sophia.
Yeah, call me and then I'll get to the friend. Let the friend come in and speak to me. I'll get the whole story from the friend and tell the friend what to do.
Gotcha. Kim Edwards, hi. So can you get your state ID when you get your working permit, or do you use your passport?
No, you use your passport, you use your work permit, and you go get a social security number first. And then with the social security number, you take your work permit and social and get the state ID.
Okay. Dwight Donaldson, I got married last January. My wife filed an I-485, 130 in April 2017. Biometrics done about 2 months later, and we are still waiting. There should be no issues. I'm in a true marriage, and we have a child. Why do you think it's taking so long?
Because everybody's taking really long. Just because you believe you're in a real marriage, everybody presumably is filing as in a real marriage. Many people have children together. You are waiting in line behind the person who filed the day before. And the person who filed the day before is in line behind the person who filed 2 days before. And there's a lot of people filing. And Donald Trump is calling immigration saying, slow everything down. Okay? This is all a result of Donald Trump and the Republican Party and what's going on in the Department of Homeland Security purposely slowing things down.
Sabrina Blessings. My brother has a 10-year visa. Had a 10-year visa in 2013. He was banned for 5 years, but the ban is up this year. What can he do?
Why was he banned for 5 years?
It does not say. Sabrina does not say.
Sabrina, have the brother call me and let's get to the bottom of this.
Please call, Sabrina. Please call.
Sabrina,
Jacqueline
call
Williams.
1-800-529-5465. Very important number to call.
Jacqueline
Yes.
Williams. Yes. Can I go? Okay. How long will it take for a father to file for his sons and daughters out of the U.S.? Jacqueline wants to know.
The sons and daughters over 21, 7 years. If they're married and is a citizen, 15 years. If they're under 21, a citizen is a year, a permanent residence 2 years. There's a lot of questions. Again, folks, because we want to help people. It's not like we don't want to help people.
Right.
Tell us country, ages. Give us a little information to go on. I'm not as good as I am. Sometimes I'm a good mind reader. Sometimes I'm not. Let's continue.
And Karen Forbes, if you are being filed for all your paperwork, and you get detained by ICE, what should you do?
Call me immediately. All right? It's like saying, I got arrested. What should I do?
Right.
Right. When you get arrested, you shut the hell up and you call a good lawyer. It's the same thing with ICE.
It's a good idea.
Okay? Shut up and call a lawyer. That's what you do. Correct.
Shine Williams, after submitting the additional documents that USCIS requested, how long after will there be an interview?
What are you doing, Sean? I mean,
Shine
Sean
Williams.
Sean Williams. Is this a citizenship? Is this a green card? I don't even know what he's doing. How long of an interview? An I-751? Okay, Jill says it's an I-751. If it's an I-751, then you're going to be, after you got the RFE, you're either going to get an approval or get an interview a few months later.
Okay, and that looks like
That looks like it.